If you hood educated, I'm glad you made it. Allow me to unfold my knowledge, wisdom, and understanding from a hood brother's point of view to all of you, here, there, and everywhere. Now check me out.
Everybody got one? I got 100 for you, gang.
You give 100 to him, you gotta hook that.
Bro turned up. Bro turned up first. I ain't gonna lie. Bro turned up, gang.
This was school.
Gang, school not even in right now, gang.
You can't do it.
Here, brother, here.
Oh, yes! Oh, my fault, G.
So we have an update now about that deadly shooting that we first told you about yesterday morning. We've learned the victim is the manager and aunt of nationally known Detroit rapper Tee Grizzly.
To your city, I got sticks. I'm a grizzly, but I be with pics. Your bitch ain't see no money, she got dick. When she asked me for a bag, I told her no.
And now police are trying to figure out if he was the intended target. Detroit police responded to the area of 3 Mile Drive just off Mac Tuesday night on the east side. They were out to collect evidence of the multiple bullet casings regarding a deadly shooting there. It turns out someone opened fire onto a black Chrysler with 3 people inside. Among those in the vehicle, Detroit rapper Tee Grizzly.
We made it out of Lansing after all that happened. After Michigan State, after Hubbard, when our man's told.
Tee Grizzly rose to fame in 2018 when he released his single First Day Out. He was nominated for MTV and BET Awards for the single.
The bands they took from us, Joy Road.
Police don't know if the rapper was the intended target or not, but what's clear, his aunt, who worked as his manager, along with another young man, were all in that car Tuesday night, and that's when someone intentionally shot the vehicle, killing the 41-year-old manager. We don't know if anything was stolen or if this was an attempted robbery, but police say the rapper and friends were in the area to visit someone. The investigation shows when a man stepped out of their car, the first of several shots filled the air. We don't know if the rapper was still inside the car when those shots rang out or not. Just a very senseless tragedy. We do know that Tee Grizzly was not hurt. Police, however, have not released any additional information about the man who was with him.
What that's supposed to mean? Because you got a gun. What'd you say?
Joy Road, baby. I went to Cody and Dixon. $3 to my name. Got a juice in the McChicken. Calling the Coney. It's gonna be done in 20 minutes. Don't go up there without no strap. Might have to bang it out with some niggas. Wait, hold up. Went on Google and I looked up your lyrics. They ain't had no meaning in them. Pouring activists on my bullets. Might have to lean a nigga. Yeah, she bad, but I can't wife her if she been seen with niggas. I'd rather stay broke than go chase money with some greedy niggas. Like Mike Drop. I'm like, I wish I was Lil Bow Wow. Like, never wish you was another nigga. It ain't fuck these niggas, but fuck these niggas. They asking if I'm happy with this money. Bitch, I'm happy to be living. I was making the sounds. They started shooting. shooting through the kitchen. I got lower than a midget, bullets crashing through them dishes. Yeah, I'm really from them trenches. Niggas sneak diss me, then see me ask for pictures. Dang, man, these niggas bitches. If I don't do that real nigga shit, how they gonna see it? All these other rappers killers are dripping like greasy pieces. All that shit smoking mirrors, every big shisha. Start talking to the moon, God made me a different creature. After first day out, I started begging for verses and forcing features. Now I'm like, if they don't fuck with me, I don't fuck with them either. I got my G Fazos on. And Barty?
I just ain't the nigga that's about to go around trying to clear no shit up because it is what it is. As far as like, you know, I ain't about to be. Certain shit you can't entertain, bro. Especially when it's absolutely nonsense. You see what I'm saying? But you do got a lot of motherfuckers though that go to the internet and think that everything they see on that bitch is facts. It's not a place for facts. You can see some shit dead in your face, chat, that's not true. So you think you can't be fooled by the fucking internet?
Before I start this demonstration, allow me to say this right here to the hood educated residents and the guests. For those of you who don't know, people that I refer to as the residents are my subscribers. Why? Because they are a part of the hood, right? Now, the people that I describe or refer to as the guests are just people that are coming to the hood, viewing the content, and engaging with the hood educated residents about what's going on with current events and things like that. So stop being a guest. Subscribe to the channel. Be a part of the hood, because you got to understand something. The residents, you know, y'all guests, you know, y'all get to talking too crazy. You know, the residents, we got lawyers, doctors, law enforcement. So, hey, we plugged in the hood. So come on, subscribe. Hit that like button right now so I can get back into this algorithm. Now, y'all, this is another thing that I appreciate about the hood educated residents and the guests, right? That I don't have no yes men or yes women in my platform. My audience are not full of yes men and yes women. What you mean, hood educated, about the yes men, yes women? Get to the story. We want to hear about this breaking news about Tee Grizzly. The reason why I say that is because if I'm off, if I'm not connecting the dots, the hood educated residents and the guests, they gonna let me know. They ain't gonna play no games. I cannot get on here and tell y'all, hey, look, check this out. You know, when it's raining outside, that's really H29. And H29 is really piss coming from the clouds. And when it hits your skin, it evaporates. And I can't just tell y'all know anything. Y'all gonna, hey, hood, hold on, bro. Like, I rock with you, bro. But, man, you need to go back to do some more research. You know, and then y'all got jokes and stuff like that, you know, call me special hood educated, and, you know, y'all come with y'all jokes and stuff like that, talk crazy and all that. So, you know, but my thing is this. Y'all don't let me be off. If I be off, y'all don't just agree with anything that I'm saying, and I appreciate that. I love y'all for that, because I don't want no yes men or yes women behind me or around me or in front of me, right? I want people that's going to correct me when I'm wrong. I want people that's going to pull me to the side and say, hey, hold on, hood, check this out right here, bro. Dig this right here. Look at this right here, and then come back. You see what I'm saying? And that's what the hood educated residents do, and that's what the guests do. So, man, shout out to y'all, right? Because I might have been wrong. I'm talking about this whole Tee Grizzly demonstration. Y'all, I might have been, and the reason why I'm not gonna say that I'm completely wrong, because it's still up in the air, but I might have been wrong. And let me explain to y'all why. As a matter of fact, let me show y'all why. Check it out. cold-blooded demonstration. I did not know this. Here it is, y'all. What y'all just witnessed is I went to Tee Grizzly's Instagram. Now, you know when you go on somebody's Instagram, you can see who they following or who following them. You know, some people cut it so you can't see who they following or who's following them. But in this case, Tee Grizzly demonstration is open. And everything that I just showed y'all, that picture is the same man that is sitting in the courtroom right now going to trial for the murder of Jobina Brown. I said, hold up. Wait a minute. Hold on, brother. Now, it's one thing for Tee Grizzly to be cool with Booker 600. Alright, you cool with him. You know, y'all had a relationship before all this stuff happened and all that and everything. But you following, hold on, listen. You following the man that is accused of killing your auntie? Nah, I'm talking about y'all. That right there just blew my mind. I can't even lie. Because, you know, in my last video, I said, it looked fishy. Oh, man, it looked like we done caught the fish, put that joint in a pile of grease and deep fried it. And I'm talking about, man, we putting hot sauce on it right now with some bread on the side with a big old thing of Kool-Aid over here. Man, how are you following the man that is accused of killing your auntie? That's too close for me right there. That don't look like a coincidence right there. That right there is that's just too close. Like, and then with everything that done went down. Everything that done went down, I'm talking about, man, like, and you ain't came forward or you love your auntie so much and all that, you supposed to be on that stand like, hey, look, you know, telling the story, telling us what happened, what's going on. Because by you being quiet, you allowing us to speculate. You allowing us to entertain our own thoughts and to put them out there in the universe. You allowing that because you're not coming forward, Tee Grizzly. You don't look so innocent, brother. You don't, and look, the boy WooThang, the one that I just showed y'all who he following, his lawyer in the courtroom putting it out there. Hey, look, Tee Grizzly paid for the hit. So if Tee Grizzly wasn't under investigation for this demonstration, he should be now. Yeah, he should be now, because we got to understand something. You saying that in open court, even though I know that a lot of people would say, hey, look, you know, or even I said, hey, look, check this out. They do that, you know what I'm saying, when they ain't got no defense. A lawyer will do that to throw, you know, the murder off of his client and stuff like that and try to throw it on somebody else. They do that. But there's a lot of connections here that is just not looking right. And to WooThang, right? It appears that he's pleading for help, right? But the cold-blooded part about everything that's going on in WooThang trial is this right here. Like, you telling your lawyer what happened, that's not no different from you telling the prosecutor what happened. They both officers of the court. By you telling your lawyer, hey man, this what really happened, man, your lawyer ain't got the power and authority to get you out of jail like the prosecutor do. So you need to reevaluate your mental. You need to reevaluate your strategic plan, because having your lawyer come in there and say that, that's not gonna help nothing. That's not finna help you. However, if the prosecutor believe what your lawyer is saying, they can do some homework and, you know, they might come up with something. But still, that does not negate the fact that they are looking at you, WooThang, as the killer. I hope his family looking at this so they can tell him. Yeah, they looking at you as the killer. So even if you sitting in your courtroom saying that, hey, he paid for the hit, who did he pay? WooThang, who did he pay then? Because you can't just sit up there and say, hey, he paid for the hit. And they gonna say, well, who he paid? Oh, I ain't finna tell y'all all that. Well, then you finna sit in jail and we already saying you the killer. You finna go down for something that you possibly didn't even do. But at the same time, they got your phone binging all the way from Illinois to Detroit. And then after the murder, around the time, sitting out there for hours and hours in front of the house or down the street from the house. It don't look right for you, WooThang. So all that good telling you doing to your lawyer, that's not finna help you. But at the same time with him, and see, this was my thing, y'all. I didn't see the connection between WooThang and Tee Grizzly. I'm like, man, look, Tee Grizzly can have a relationship with Booker 600 because I understand that all gang members, even though they from the same gang, don't get along. And all gang members don't do the same thing. I can be cool with a person over here and a person from my gang can get mad at this guy and then just blow his brains out. What I'm gonna do? Yeah, I can be upset, man. You shouldn't have did that, Lord. You was bogus for that. But that's as far as it gonna go. Because this right here, guy's a part of my gang. I gotta take his side over anybody. That's just how it's supposed to go. That's just how it is. When I was coming up, though. That's how it is. I don't know about now. Things done changed a lot. But at the same time, when I seen that connection to the accused killer in Tee Grizzly, you following this guy? Man, come on, man. Brother, you don't look right. And I gotta keep it real, y'all. Man, brother, you don't look right. And I know some people might say, well, hood educated, man, you flip-flopping. Well, I'll flip-flop then. Call me whatever you want to call me. But I gotta go where the evidence take me. You see what I'm saying? So regardless of my portions of understanding, my portion of understanding gonna change as soon as more evidence come out. If some more evidence come out, it's gonna change again because I gotta go where the evidence takes me. Now, allow me to say this right here. I want y'all to pay close attention to what Tee Grizzly said in this video, right? Because not only was Tee Grizzly and WooThang following each other on Instagram was revealed to me. There was another thing revealed to me that I want to let y'all know about. That could be another possible demonstration to as to why JB lost her life. Check it out.
And I was telling her, like, come in the house. And she like, no, I don't want to go in. I'm begging her to come in the house. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, certain areas, you just can't, you got to move right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't about where you at. I could go anywhere I want to.
Right.
But I got to move right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if I'm moving right, can't nothing happen to me. So I'm telling her to come in the house. She like, no. Because JB was kind of like funny acting about dirty houses.
Okay.
And stuff like that. The house wasn't even dirty, but to her, she just a clean, real clean person.
Okay.
It's like, no, I don't want to go in them people's house. I don't want to sit on their furniture and all that stuff in there. I'm like, all right, I'll be right back.
Now, as y'all can see, this brother right here said that she wanted to sit in the car in a dangerous neighborhood. Y'all heard him say, you know, in certain places you got to know how to move and stuff like that. And that she did not want to go in the house because the house was dirty. Then he switched it up and said, well, you know, the house really wasn't dirty, you know, but she just ain't want to, you know, sit on other people's couches and stuff like that, right? She was a clean type of person, right? Now, from the reports that I'm getting, That neighborhood is a dangerous neighborhood. That house that he went in is a trap house. That house that he went in is a dope house. It's a house where, according to the reports that I'm getting, they saying that Tee Grizzly still had his hand in the cookie jar. He, even though, you know, he making his money on shows and stuff like that, but he still was out there willing and dealing. And that was one of his houses where he would go pick up or he would go drop off, right? And Jobina ain't want no parts of it. That's why she stayed in the car. She wasn't with none of that. She was a businesswoman. She got 4 kids. She was done with that type of lifestyle, but Tee Grizzly wasn't. So when he pulled up to that house, she knew what time it was. And that's why she said, look, I'm not finna go in there. Go ahead, take care of your business and come right out. Because we gotta understand something. When you saying that you're gonna wait in the car, that means that you believing in your mind that this person finna go in and come out. This person not finna go in there laughing, kicking, playing spades, or playing a video game. None of that. When you in the car with somebody and you, hey man, I'm finna run in here real quick. All right, go ahead, bro. I'm gonna lay in the car then, man. Y'all go ahead, run up in there and come on out. You see what I'm saying? So in her mind, she thinking like, yeah, this man finna run in and run out. And when you run in and run out like that, yeah. It's a dirty house? Yeah. That's what she meant when she said, it's a dirty house. She wasn't thinking, she wasn't talking about no, you know what I'm saying, filth and stuff like that. You know, I mean, it could be filthy though. Let's keep it real. She could be talking about dirty in 2 ways because trap houses is filthy. But at the same time, they in there willing and dealing. Drug addicts and stuff like that up in there. And that's why she didn't want no parts of it. I'm going to sit in the car. You go ahead, run in there and run back out. She ain't want nothing to do with that. Now, as far as her being killed, I'm still stuck on the why. And people are reporting to me that the reason why she was killed was that when they would go and do shows, him and Sada Baby, she would be getting 100,000, 70,000, and she breaking them off 30 and 20,000 while she keeping the bulk of the money. And we gotta understand something. People don't play about their money. Some people don't know how, and that's what blows my mind about this brother, because he seemed intelligent enough to go to the courtroom and go get him a lawyer and, you know, and deal with it that way. But sometimes, you know, sometimes we not firing on all cylinders, and sometimes we make dumb decisions off our emotions. And the whole play is she ain't paying him his money like she's supposed to. So he take her to a dangerous neighborhood, set her up to get killed in a dangerous neighborhood, so then he could say, hey, you know what? This is how it go in this neighborhood. Because y'all seen what he said in the video. In certain neighborhoods, you got to know how to move. You see what I'm saying? Well, in certain neighborhoods, you got to know how to move. Why you ain't had no thing on you? You see? If you go into a dangerous neighborhood that you know that you got ops and people don't like you, you're going to be like this here. At least you should be. Unless he probably ain't telling us that part because he's a felon. You know what I'm saying? But as a felon, he ain't even supposed to be around no guns. So when he said his cousin came with a gun and came out and made sure they were straight, he violated his probation or parole right then and there, or just violated, period. You ain't even got to be on parole. If you a felon, you're not supposed to be around no firearms, no bullets, none of that. at least in the state of Minnesota. Brothers from Detroit, get in the comments and y'all let me know. Let the hood educated residents know. Let the guests know. If you a felon in Michigan, can you be around firearms? Let us know that. So when he said that right there kind of like, okay, hold on, wait a minute. You ain't supposed to be, you know? And last but not least, allow me to say this right here. This is one thing that I understand about men and friendships, right? A lot of us right now that are, you know, the residents and some of the guests. Some of the guys that you was friends with, you're not friends with today. Some of the guys that you was once friends with, that you would have died for, that you probably put in work for and everything, you guys are not friends right now today. You guys are probably ops. Y'all can't stand each other. Some of y'all are in war with your friends. Y'all done tried to kill each other, or y'all done popped each other, or, you know, things ain't what they used to be. And so me, y'all, I gotta cover all grounds. You know what I'm saying? I can't just stay stuck in one position or give one demonstration about the possibilities of what could happen without laying this demonstration on you. What if it's a break in the friendship? What if, and listen to what I'm saying what if, because everything is a what if. We wasn't there. What if Tee Grizzly and WooThang was cool? And they was doing business at the trap house, at the spot. You know, WooThang will come up there, Tee Grizzly will meet him there, and they'll, you know, do their business, and then they would disperse. You see what I'm saying? What if they friendship broke up over a drug deal or something? And that's how WooThang knew exactly where Tee Grizzly would be at, and that's why he sat out there for almost 2 hours and wanted some type of get back, or you know, wanted to try to hurt this man some type of way because of a drug deal done went bad. Tee Grizzly backdoored him for some money, gave him some bogus product and stuff like that, and he felt like, hey man, I'm finna kill you, I'm finna kill somebody around you. You know, I gotta throw that out there for the simple fact of the environment, and by me just knowing how friendships break up, and friends, when you a friend with somebody and y'all friendship dissolve, y'all become the worst of enemies. Y'all can't stand each other. A lot of people done killed some of their friends. A lot of people done killed people that they friends love. And so I got because they following each other. So that's telling me that they cool. Y'all know each other. You following this man, Tee Grizzly. This man following you. Did they have a falling out is what I'm trying to say. And being that they had a falling out, maybe WooThang didn't want to face Tee Grizzly like that. Maybe he knew and seen Tee Grizzly with heavy artillery and probably was like, nah, you know, if I can catch him slipping, I'll run up on him. But as soon as he walked in that house and left Jobina in the car, he probably said, well, let me go knock her off. She the one that's helping him get all the money. She the one that's making him rich. Let me go knock her off and hurt him that way, and then go back to Chicago. This is all hypothetically speaking, y'all, because like I say, we don't know, but this could be a possibility. You see what I'm saying? This could be a possibility. You ain't got to agree with it, nothing like that, but I just like to cover all grounds. And being that I know that they had some type of relationship because they following each other, something happened. Something happened. And I believe that Jobina possibly could have got in the mix of it just by being his manager. That's just my portion of understanding. The two things that I'm going to stand on is this right here. It's either Tee Grizzly backdoored his auntie, and I ain't going to lie, y'all. I just like that's hard for me, because it's like, damn, bro, you going to backdoor your auntie? Like, or you know, this woman that you was having a relationship with that you know, possibly loved, and you know her kids and all that. You gonna backdoor her? I mean, I'm not saying that it's not impossible. It's possible, but damn. You know, a woman? Come on, bruh. Killer? Damn. What happened to, you know, fighting first and scratching and all and arguing and all that? What happened to all that first and then work your way up to it? But damn, just straight kill? So those is my two demonstrations, y'all. I believe that either he did backdoor that woman, or he had a falling out with his friend WooThang, and that led to her murder. This is Hood Educated, not Lame Related. Peace and love, and y'all take care of yourself out there. If I said anything that caused you to think, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. And if you're feeling generous, please make a small donation to the channel. Now, before I depart, allow me to give a shout out to some of the blessings that I received this week. Allow me to give a shout out to Chuck Edwards for the $4.99 super thanks. Thank you, brother. Jamal Tay 141 for the $5 super thanks. Thank you, brother. Kwame King for the $1.99 super thanks. Thank you, brother. Lucy James for the $10 cash app. Thank you, sister. I really appreciate it. Jerome Jackson for the $5 cash app. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate that. Antoine Webb for the $25 cash app. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate that. Jacqueline Nelson for the $20 cash app. Thank you, sister. I really appreciate that. The homeboy, Nicholas Roderick for the $10 cash app. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate that. And last but not least, Shandon Gregory for the $10 cash app. Thank you, Shandon. I really appreciate that. This is Hood Educated, not Lame Related. Peace and love. And y'all take care of yourself out there.